the vast majority of Earth's oceans remain unexplored. We've mapped only 5% of the ocean in detail, and yet it's estimated that the seas contain up to 80% of all living things on this planet. So with so much still unknown, could any of these creatures have started out life much further away? This is Unveiled, and today we're answering the extraordinary question, are there aliens hiding in the ocean? Are you a fiend for facts? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Unveiled for more clips like this one, and ring the bell for more fascinating content. Today, we're looking at the various oceanic alien theories, some more outlandish than others, as well as discovering why searching for alien life underwater might not be such a bad idea. One of the most prominent theories focuses on one specific stretch of water, the Bermuda Triangle. An area between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, it's continually linked with a reportedly high number of disappearing planes and sunken ships. Explanations as to why the triangle appears especially dangerous include simply that it's a notably busy and well-traveled section of the world map, and also that it's prone to unusual weather patterns. But for some, the triangle is something else. It's prime UFO territory, with most Bermuda Triangle disappearances, including infamous cases like the USS Cyclops and Flight 19, attracting claims of alien abduction. One other popular theory centers on the nearby Bimini Road rock formation in the Bahamas, which some claim is evidence of the lost city of Atlantis, and that it's the Atlanteans, alien or otherwise, who are hiding beneath the waves ready to pull down ships. Statistically speaking, you're actually no more or less likely to vanish in the Bermuda Triangle than in any other section of water, but it's arguably the most mainstream example of an underwater aliens narrative. The legend of Atlantis has thrown up some others too, though. The story's origins come from ancient Greece and Plato, and it's widely considered an allegory rather than a true-to-life account. Nevertheless, according to Plato, Atlantis was a once great city corrupted by its arrogant inhabitants, until it was sunk into the sea as punishment by Zeus. The majority of theories suggest that Atlantis, if it did exist, was some sort of ancient Minoan civilization, but no one can be anywhere near confident in defining or finding it, so the cries of alien continually come up. In the 19th century, the American Senator Ignatius Donnelly wrote the book Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, and in it, he suggested that all the world's ancient civilizations were originally descended from Atlantis. Marry that to the now many ancient alien theories with regard to the history of life on Earth, and it's perhaps easy to see why the two get linked together. Though they're both considered fringe theories at best, and we have plenty more rational theories as for how most ancient monuments came to be, they're increasingly popular ideas. In fact, a survey published in 2019 found that belief in both Atlantis and ancient aliens in general was on the rise among Americans. Of course, America has long been the source of many other modern legends about aliens. Area 51 has drawn attention for years, for example, with many theorizing that it's where the US Air Force is hiding indisputable evidence of life on other planets. But it isn't the only top-secret military installation with suggested extraterrestrial links. The so-called underwater Area 51 can be found on Andros Island, again in the Bahamas. It's another classified secretive base, only one that's operated by the Navy instead. Called the Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center, or AUTEC, the official line is that it's where the Navy develops top-secret naval technology, just like how Area 51 is officially a top-secret testing ground for experimental aircraft. Not surprisingly though, AUTEC has attracted many of the same conspiracy theories, including that it actually contains evidence of aliens. It's still much less notorious than its land-based counterpart, but no less a point of interest for alien enthusiasts. In truth though, many of the theories on aliens hidden in our oceans are based on, well, very little or nothing at all. The same isn't true for oceans on other worlds, however. Arguably the two bodies with the best potential for alien life in the solar system are Europa and Titan, moons of Jupiter and Saturn respectively. Specifically, scientists think that both of these moons could have vast subsurface oceans that could be the perfect environment for alien life. Some also theorize that the solar system's ice giants, Uranus and Neptune, may have liquid oceans beneath their gaseous layers too, also with the potential to host alien life forms. In a similar way to how many believe that life on Earth originated in the oceans before eventually spreading to land, there are expectations that life elsewhere would also be underwater first and foremost. Unfortunately, until we send considerably more advanced probes to these planets and moons, we're unlikely to ever know for sure. Finally though, although most underwater alien theories seem to suggest otherwise, if it was ever found that there was alien life in the ocean, then it needn't necessarily have always been here. it might have arrived relatively recently, with meteorites crashing down on Earth all the time, many into the sea. Much was made of the 1984 discovery in Antarctica of the Martian meteorite ALH 84001, for example, and whether it conclusively proved that life existed on Mars. Decades later, and scientists are still to reach a unanimous verdict on whether the rock brought back some form of microbial life from another planet to our own. But even if this particular one didn't, it's theoretically possible that another one might have. And seeing as the majority of Earth is covered in water, it is more likely that any asteroid-borne alien life would settle beneath the waves. Just based on what we do know about them today, the oceans are certainly full of weird and wonderful creatures, like giant tube worms which live so far underwater in such a hostile environment that they weren't discovered by humans until 1977. Elsewhere, there are other exciting prehistoric monsters like frilled sharks hiding in deep water, and the elusive giant squid, which wasn't caught on camera until 2001. There's zero suggestion that these particular creatures are extraterrestrial in themselves, but because so much of the ocean remains unexplored, and because so many deep-sea animals appear so alien to us, perhaps it's unsurprising that many are asking what else is out there. Our own seas are already the most alien place on Earth, filled with unseen creatures just waiting to be studied.
What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments, check out these other clips from Unveiled, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for our latest content.